Robin Story has been teaching for more than 30 years.
I taught second grade for 28 years there in Altus. And before that, I taught 6th, 7th, and 8th grade for 2 years in Atoka, Oklahoma.
After retiring from Oklahoma, she now teaches in Vernon, Texas, 4th and 5th grade special education math at Shives Elementary. But still,
Altus is home.
35 miles away from her school.
It's about 45 minutes every morning and afternoon. We just travel. My husband and I, we're doing it together, so it's not too bad. He teaches math at the high school here.
The couple's commute makes for about an 11-hour workday.
We thought we would move here, but because of our parents, as I said, that we've been going back home each night, and that way we're able to care for them and help and do the things that we need to do.
Like plan for the future.
So we knew if we came here and at least put 5 years in, that we could both have another retirement, where if I just stayed in Oklahoma with no raise, it just wasn't as beneficial.
Story says the higher pay and better retirement options are just some of the reasons she finds herself in Texas, alongside other teachers who have made the jump from Oklahoma.
I have several friends that have gone to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I even know some that have started just right out of college that have gone to the Houston area and are getting as a new teacher salary like $60,000, where in Oklahoma I still haven't made that yet, Also around the edges of Texas, it's not like it is, deeper in the heart of Texas, but it's still quite a bit more. We make $3,000 to $5,000 more than just across the border.
With fewer students in the classroom.
I do have one class that has 22, that's my largest, and then I have one class that has 17.
3 years ago in Oklahoma,
when I left, I had 25 to 27 in my class. I will tell you, anytime you get over 20, it makes a big difference. Grading papers or just having the kids in the classroom.
Having more supplies, another plus. Even the little things like crayons and big ticket items like textbooks.
Right now we have more current textbooks. Some of them aren't maybe as current, but we do have more current textbooks than we do right now in Oklahoma because they're just not the funds.
She says her heart goes out to her fellow educators fighting for their students in Oklahoma.
It almost makes me want to cry because I'm very proud of them.
We are about to meet a teacher from Oklahoma just across the Red River from Robin Story.
But first, let's compare some of the main reasons teachers consider when moving from their job in Oklahoma to Texas.
One of them is income. A Cache, Oklahoma teacher makes $31,000 starting out. Over the state line in Vernon, Texas, starting pay is around $35,000. When you factor in time teaching, Texas teachers can earn more than a teacher in Oklahoma, so the salary gap gets wider.
Compared to the rest of the U.S., on average, Texas is ranked number 27 in teacher pay, and Oklahoma sits at 49 as of 2016. That's according to the National Education Association.
And class sizes in Oklahoma have been growing over the past 10 years. A Cache teacher has seen her class average jump from mid-20s to 28 to 30 kids. A Vernon teacher has no more than 22 kids in one class.
And lastly, money for supplies, something that is all too common in Oklahoma classrooms. A few purchases are made here and there for our teacher in Vernon, but most is provided by the district, but in cash. Thousands are spent every year for the classroom on simple things like books, glue sticks, and paper.
And that has many teachers fed up, including Robin Muse, a 5th grade reading teacher at Cache Public Schools.
I mean, I don't blame people for going to Texas and other places because, that's better opportunity financially.
Robin Muse, a 5th-generation Southwest Oklahoman and teacher of 18 years. Back in school after marching with teachers at the Oklahoma State Capitol. She says there was plenty of things that made her go up in March. They mostly trace back to providing for her students.
Teachers do what they have to do because we want our kids to learn and be successful.
Muse remembers when funding wasn't an issue.
Well, I can tell you when I first started teaching, we had a nice supply closet that was full of stuff, and they gave you $100 a year to spend on your classroom, whatever you needed. If you needed something, school was able to buy it for you. When it was time to get textbooks, we adopted them, and the school had the funding to do that.
But then the tide started to turn about 10 years ago.
First it was, okay, we don't have the money to adopt new textbooks. So we had to make do with the ones that we had. Over time, those became obsolete because in the last couple of years, we've gone to completely new standards.
Then the supply closet, depleted. The $100 for classroom supplies, gone.
We start trying to find things, pull things, figure things out, thinking eventually the money will come back. You know, maybe this is just temporary. Eventually we'll get money to get new textbooks.
Muse says teachers started getting work on the side, like her and selling homemade signs with her husband, or other teachers getting a part-time job.
It's almost like you have to do something extra.
Muse says she comes from a family of teachers, so she isn't the only one to see state education funding drop, including stagnant teacher salary.
Just for example, my mom has been teaching for 35 years and I almost make the same. And she has a master's degree. I didn't expect to get rich, but I did expect to have a living wage.
With the teacher walkout over, there is still concern about Oklahoma classrooms like Muse's catching up to the rest of the U.S., even to schools across the Red River.
I mean, we have to do something to make it better for ourselves and for the future teachers, future students. If we don't do something now, you know, we're going to continue to lose teachers.